Press the button that makes this turn on. That. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Hump Day, as some of us like to call it.
Indeed, the day of the humps.
Day of humping.
Yeah.
How have you been?
I've been doing all right.
Hey, that's good.
How about you?
Pretty good. Got sick for a little while,
Oh
but
boy.
on the mend. Button.
Covering is
Close
important.
the thing. Food CD. Yeah, it was very funny when it was like, yeah, I don't feel good enough on Monday to play video games and chat with you, but I did feel good enough to lay on the couch downstairs and play video games and chat with my wife.
Totally different vibe.
It's funny how that works.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It's working.
Maybe there's less of an expectation to perform or entertain.
Yes.
I could see that.
Yes, absolutely. Like, it's not like I consider myself a professional streamer or anything approaching that, but there's a little bit of mental, like, looking over the chat, trying to be mildly entertaining while playing a video game. It's hard.
All the world's a stage, darling.
That's true. It's very
That's
true.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think what else. It's actually been, despite being sick, it's been a very healthcare week for me because I had my first dentist appointment in at the office I said 5 years. It was probably more like 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to go get mine when I get my new insurance kicking in.
Yeah.
Because that's a fun thing in the U.S. Your health insurance and dental insurance, which are all separate, are tied to your job. And if you don't have a job, you don't have insurance. It's great.
Well, funny enough, the last time that I went to the dentist and I got my 23 cavities because I wasn't taking good care of my teeth was actually when I became unemployed.
Oh, dang.
Because then I got the good state health insurance.
Fair, yeah.
So it's like time to go use that. It's something like the dentist that I went to as a kid doesn't take my employer's insurance, but I knew that they took state health insurance because that's what I was on when I was a kid. So I went back there and got my 23 cavities filled.
Fun. I bet I have a couple. I know one of my fillings fell out months ago, and
oh geez,
I'm excited to get that one taken care of. Thankfully, it's not bothering me, but I'm sure it's not doing good being all exposed to nature.
Probably not. No.
Where'd we leave off again? What did you have unlocked?
I just got the wolf soul. I beat the doppelganger and
Yes.
the buddies, the 2 demons who are pals, gal pals.
Mm-hmm.
So probably just some more exploring, trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what's next. Maybe.
Well, that was definitely somewhere that I could go. I think I saw something there.
Those drums.
Oh god, it's the movement makes it so that I can't quite fall like that.
Dog, what you doing? What you doing, dog? Bark. What you doing?
Run, double tap to run.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't run as a human. Yeah, that's how it works. You can't run as a human.
Well, he's already doing a gallant stroll.
He's kind of hovering, isn't he? Is he hovering? No, he is walking.
He swaps to a speedy jaunt, I would say.
The way that he starts running is like how it feels when I'm trying to run in a dream.
You like lift your one foot up and then like kind of lift the other foot up and you like float a bit, but you're moving real slow.
Yeah, just sort of lean forward, thinking like, yeah, this is fast. This will go fast, and then it, of course, does not. So you had your first session DMing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh gosh, yeah, I did.
You promised to regale me.
Ah, yes, I indeed hosted my first session. The inspiration for this was we were at a nearby recent con, a furry themed con, and one of the dealers in the dealers den was they just did a successful Kickstarter for their new book, which is just like they took D&D 5th edition and just replaced the races with furry races. Makes sense. It's actually a pretty decent book. I know you mentioned that
I believe
Billy
it
has a copy. I
don't
know if you
Yeah.
looked at it at all.
No, he had it for some reason at our game, which is like he's not gonna use it. He just brought it with, I guess. He didn't. You'd think it'd be like to show us, but he didn't show us it. He didn't open it. He just had it with him. But I saw it, and I saw that there are a bunch of furries on the cover, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I had to surreptitiously look it up on my phone. It was like, okay, yes, this is exactly what I thought it was. I bet it's good.
No, it's like, yeah, honestly, it seems pretty well put together. Like, the first half of the book is like the campaign setting, and then all the races and subspecies or whatever have unique like abilities that I think are fun for D&D and not strictly broken.
Who cares about broken?
Yeah, as long as it's fun and
As
not
long
like
as it's
destroying the
fun.
game, right?
I mean, to me, the kinds of abilities that are broken are stuff like, what are they? The grung, where they've got the ability that if they're not put in water, they're useless, or like they have to be constantly exposed to salt water, or they become useless.
Oh yeah.
That's the sort of thing that sucks as a attempt to balance, because it really hurts the party. It really like controls what the party is doing.
Big agree.
Yeah. So anyway, Beast
Anyway.
World.
Delver's Guide to Beast World. It's pretty legit. I talked to the people running the booth. They're also the people that like put it together. Kind of a
cool.
Kickstarter like funded within several minutes. So of like them opening, that's good. The art for it is gorgeous. They dumped like They invested $170,000 in art. Like, I feel like I'm advertising for it, but
Sounds
it's actually
about
pretty
right.
good.
Yeah, Claire,
like it.
just so we know, we're not being paid for this.
No, I'm not. No, we're not being paid for this.
That
I randomly
being
saw them at the
said-
dealer's den, picked it up.
That being said, creators of Beast World hit us up because we could.
True, fair. I would gladly, if I do manage to put some dungeons or adventures together, throw them your way. I'm probably gonna throw them on the Discord anyway, but I've got some hilarious ideas for some dungeons. So like the theme for the world is like, yeah, there's one of the gods had or there's like 6 or 7 gods, and one of them was like bored one day, like, oh, I like these animals, I wish they were cooler, and now they can talk and have society and like, I don't know.
There was a perfectly good wolf, and you gave it depression. What have you done?
Exactly. Yep. 100%. And so that happens, and then suddenly a portal opens up like 1,000+ years later, and then there's all the humans from like 90s Earth need to escape Earth because, or like something bad happened. Something fucked everything up, and now they are on the run from something. They don't figure that out right away. They just see the humans are invading. So like there's a big war, and then eventually they figure out, oh, the humans are on the run from something, and they're just scared that they saw a bunch of big spooky monsters. Ooh. The beasts forgive them, and in an act of kindness, the goddess that's like, oh yeah, animals are cool. I wish they were more depressed. They were also, she was like, oh, I guess I should help these guys out, and like raptures all of the humans to Beast World, and then good job,
like,
the
just
humans
all
are
of them,
here.
huh?
Yep. And so like that's one of the places that you can explore is the broken world, where you can go and like pick up weird ass technologies, and like there are random delving groups that will go and go and check out the broken world and like try to get random technologies and stuff there.
That's pretty cool.
There's like a lightning amplified cordophone that you can buy from one of the shopkeeps, which is just fancy description for an electric guitar with like an amp or a pair of headphones.
Yes. That's the sort of shit I'm into.
Pretty clever. A bunch of fun ways to decorate your characters in the world.
Sort of like, it sounds like they may have been fans of Gamma World almost. Because Gamma World is another, like...
That's a good question. I should have asked him that.
Like Fantasy Gamma World.
Mm-hmm. So, and then shortly after the whole rapture thing happened, the humans came over. Now there's this like strange entity force called the Dungeon, which just randomly spawns in like weird dungeons in random places. Like they'll just be like, oh, it's a flat little forest countryside type thing, and poof, a cave opened up one day, and now there's a bunch of monsters pouring out of it. And when the adventurers go in and they manage to defeat the stuff, they come out with a bunch of loot and gold and treasure. Ooh.
One of my favorite explanations for dungeons is just like, yeah, there's no good explanation for these, so just roll with it.
Yeah, there's like 6 pages in the book where it's like, if you're a player, you don't have to read this, and maybe you shouldn't because it's more fun for the DM. You've got the selection visible for me, but not on the stream. Yeah. The like red box.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I realized that I had the wrong overlay on.
I realized you changed it just now. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's the description for the dungeon is like, hey, maybe just don't explain what it is. It's just a spooky, mysterious force that allows your party to not just be murder hobos, which is a very common trope in all D&D games. So, you know, take advantage of that. You can have more interesting like character and weird country political intrigue stuff, and every now and then release a big baddie. Sure, they come crawling out of the dungeon, do a thing, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to come up with like weird dungeon ideas, because they could be anything from like, yeah, a big colossal cave adventure, or whatever it was called, to I don't know, a game of chance, like pick one of 2 doors, go through it, oh, you're outside, or you guessed correctly, now pick one of 2 doors, now pick one of 2 doors. You know, bullshit like that. That'd be fun.
As long as it's fun. As long as it's that one didn't sound very fun.
True. I wonder if this has been done before. I feel like I'm falling into a noob trap, but like an escape room. That'd be weird ability checks to try to implement, but also like, I don't know, have a bunch of fun props for that one. That one would be more entertaining.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, escape rooms are kind of trying to capture the, like, experience of tabletop gaming. Yeah, like... Yeah. I mean, I think that escape rooms really are drawing on that. So I don't think that's a new DM trap. Props are fun. So absolutely. Puzzles and props, as long as your puzzles aren't too obtuse.
That's true. If I was designing my own, I would probably test it against some poor unwitting souls first. Or I guess I'd be like, hey, are these puzzles solvable and like as sitting?
Yeah, puzzles can be tricky to tune just right. I frequently either make them too easy or too difficult.
That is fair. It's hard to be like, I want this puzzle to take them 15 minutes.
Oh god. Yeah, trying to time it specifically is also very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, another one? Fuck. So
Why did
yeah,
I make that noise?
you... So how did your
Besides
session
the
go?
besides the whole background stuff for the Beast World, I think it went fairly all right. I did decide very last second to swap from the Mines of Phandelver to the like demo adventure that comes with, which is obviously a great idea to be just completely unprepared and not read the material. So very flying by the seat of my pants. Shoutouts to two people in the party that are very good at role playing and are ad libbing stuff and are trying to like draw info and or character out of the other two players.
Nice.
So
That's
hell
always
yeah.
really nice when you have people who are willing to do that.
But that gave me enough time to, I don't know, feels like I made up a bunch of information about the roles several times. They were like, I want to figure out this thing. I was like, all right, sure, roll whatever, investigate. And internally, I'm just like, if they roll anything above a 3, I'm gonna give it to them. And I feel like revealing that fact, and or having gone through the other side of it, I'm just like, oh man, it's all made up. I mean, the whole thing is made up, right? Wow. Big
Yeah,
reveal.
there's definitely stuff that I've asked for, like, yeah, make a roll, because of course you gotta ask for a roll for it, but it's stuff that you want them to find out, so like you gotta give it to them.
There's a
Okay,
journal
it's a
that
use item.
the adventure describes if you manage to find a thing. There's like an old, broken down, like ancient fucking guard tower. It's already fallen to pieces, and like the first encounter happens there. If somebody pokes around in it and they roll decently enough, they'll actually find an entrance to a floor beneath it, like the storage room for the guard tower. And in there is a description and or a like arcane locked journal, and you can physically pick it with a crazy high DC, but it's not mentioned anywhere else in the adventure, and I don't know why they put it in there.
There's
Like,
just no.
there's no information like from like if an NPC knows about it. So I assume I'm supposed to like make stuff up, but I didn't know enough about the adventure to be like, oh yeah, this is absolutely like this guy's great grandfather. It's like a small farming village with like 5 houses in a circle and like a town hall / whatever.
Yeah.
But I also turned into a tavern because how can you start a story off not at a tavern? You're crazy.
It's a classic for a reason. I think
Classic trope.
one of the hardest things, especially for new DMs, we ran into this a lot when Franklin was trying to run Wild Beyond the Witchlight, is when the adventure will tell you stuff and then just like not expand on it and just like not give you any of the stuff, because players are going to pick up on every little thing and want to investigate every little thing, and if the adventure gives you no information, then like what are you supposed to do with that? I mean, as a more experienced DM, it can be an issue too, because if I'm running like a published adventure, sometimes I don't know, like, okay, is this supposed to be something important, or if I make stuff up, is it going to screw things up?
Yeah, I have to retcon stuff later on, which I'd rather not do. I'd rather not make that a common thing with my session, my table. So what else happened? Oh, so the reason I originally thought of the Mines of Phandelver because I knew there was that goblin, like, so you start with a wagon and you do the whole like goblin
the goblin ambush
at the start. Yeah,
famous goblin ambush.
And the wagon part I thought was going to be really cool because like, oh sweet, I can just throw a wagon together because there's an entire chapter in the Devil's Guide to Beast World about wagons, and like that's the main form of transport for everybody. So I was going to flavor that, but poking around a little bit, like searching for what products you can buy. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can buy. There's like little cute cards with NPCs. At the bottom of every page in the Delver's Guide to Beast World is a question that is related to the lore or the stuff discussed on the page. Like, what scares the strongest Delver in the world the most? Or what would happen if this shopkeeper, or is there a way the party can explain to this shopkeeper what's actually good armor or clothes for a dungeon? Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. So many good adventure hooks everywhere. Anyway, I decided to swap to the pre-built adventure because it actually has stuff about a wagon. Like, you get a wagon right away. So the first session involves them helping out a little girl, and then somebody in the town giving a wagon to them. And since I had since I had the players make their own characters, had to alter the story because the story was assuming the pre-built adventure was assuming that you're playing these 4 characters, which are all like sons and daughters of the family, or like the families of the local farming town.
Sure, yeah.
So it wasn't too difficult to flavor it. Like, there's like an adventurer's house. It's very, very fancy. They've gone and retired, and so they have a letter that they've handed off to somebody else in the town to hand off to the kids when they have done enough or shown enough interest in adventuring to like give them their old wagon. So I managed to hand wave that off fairly well, and maybe I told the players a little bit, and they were totally cool with the explanation. But one of them is playing a kobold rogue, and boy, howdy do they love shinies. And they heard the description of the house and how the adventure is retired and has so much rich stuff. And like the description of the house is it's very, very fancy, like way higher quality materials than all the rest of the houses in the town square thingy.
Time to steal stuff.
So they waited for the rest of the party to go off and like figure out some more stuff, because the wagon needs wheels, so they had to figure out where they can get rubber tires from. And so the kobold hangs back for a bit and like tries to sneak in the back door and rolls a pretty mid lock-picking check. And I played it off as them having like a little bit of nerves for being in a random town that they've hung out with for a couple days, according to their backstory. And now they're trying to pick this lock, and the lock is just not cooperating how they expected. And I told them, yeah, the lock was already unlocked. And so as soon as they open the door, a neighbor also comes over and opens the front door and asks them what's up, and tells them, like, I told everybody that there's nobody in the town at the time, so they're all like helping out doing farm stuff, and the kids are out playing around like inside of town. So the one person like comes back to the house for lunch to do some chores, and I invented a cat that the guy had to come in and check on and like feed. So the kobold was very, very all right with being like, oh yeah, I was just looking around, this place looks really nice. Didn't know whose it was, playing very dumb, and so I let them play it off, but also gave them the very much like, hey, don't do this.
Don't do this. It's
okay.
I remember back when we played in like high school, and players who did that sort of shit and just absolutely would not take that hint. So it's nice to have players that do take that hint. But it's good that you can. It sounds like you did a good job thinking on your feet, and
that was the big like inventive moment, which is pretty much they have a cat. They're an adventurer that has a cat. They didn't want to bring him with on their weird long vacation thingy. It's okay. They went to an alchemist shop. They found an alchemist shop that he's a citizen, or like lives with the town but not in the town, for reasons they didn't figure out. But it's like a little house. It's just the guy is doing like 40 experiments at once, and it's just extreme ADHD and constantly running around like a little weasel with too big of goggles, that classic trope. But in the description in the adventure module says, and if anybody's curious about any fancy bits and baubles they have, here's the description for some fun items. And one of them is like the fountain pen that says like, thanks for being like the best son or something, and like it's like worth 50 gold. It has a fancy gemstone on the top, and so the kobold sees that and is just like, cool, pockets it. And the dude's ADHD as fuck. He doesn't even notice it's gone. Like he goes to his desk, goes to write down some notes, like puts his hands on the desk, looking around at the paper, see if it's under something, and then goes and finds a different pen and like writes something down and goes back to his experiments. Like very casually played it off. Oh, I'm gonna drag him over the coals about that later. He's gonna get wrecked when he gets to try to sell it anywhere, because that
it's
engraving is very specific. Oh yeah.
Good.
Very excited. I could have also, there's actually a spell in this one. It's a cantrip where you like tie a string on your finger and then you cast the cantrip and it's tied to a certain object. If it's within 100 feet of you and not like behind the usual like lead or so much thick of wall or whatever, the string will like uncurl and point where the thing is. So I was very tempted to have the alchemist like just have strings on his fingers, just a shit ton of them, and like pull up his hand and like look at the strings and then pull one and it points right at the kobold's pocket.
That would have been
perfect.
Very good.
Yeah,
extremely
I
good.
should have done that. I was going to use that for my character. One of my friends also wants to run D&D really bad, so I made one. The disparity of the strength of the races is very interesting. I want to know. I mean, I understand why lore-wise that jackals are OP, but jackals get so much stat boost. Also dragons. There's a big blurb in the book like, hey, just so you know, jackals and dragons are OP. Not
man.
ridiculously so, but like they in lore definitely have way more capabilities.
Do they just have
plenty of reasons than other ones?
Do they just have like higher? I suppose it just comes out and says these are stronger. So.
Yep.
Wild. I feel like you don't see that very often, where stuff built for 5th edition especially is just like, yep, this race is better.
Yep. At least lore-wise, a different god like adopted the jackals. And then the dragons are from, like, the ancestral homeland, which is, like, a totally different world where all the dragons are from. And the gods of this place were just like, okay, you can come over here, but we gotta nerf you because you're not going to be just 5e normal dungeons for normal dragons. Like, that's ridiculous. They're still broken as shit. Obviously, they can fly. They get +2 to strength or constitution by default, and then you pick their homeland, and then they get +3 to whatever stat, charisma, strength, dex, or con, or something like that. It's ridiculous. Their breath weapon is a bit better than Dragonborn. Ridiculous. Jackals are great. They get +2 to dex, and +2 to intelligence.
That's a lot.
And +2 to charisma by default. They know Eldritch Blast by default. They just get that spell. They can cast Dreaming once a day, and then it also changes the effects to allow them to like be forgotten if they want.
Sounds like it's for NPCs, in my opinion. Sounds like that's not a player character race.
Yeah. It says at the bottom of that first page, what does a party with only one non-jackal in it look like?
Bad for the non-jackal.
Maybe.
Not very fun for them, probably.
Maybe?
I mean, I wouldn't be too happy if the rest of the party got a whole bunch of pluses to all their stats that were significantly higher than I could get.
Are all of the classes balanced at their respective levels? So, like, is a level 7 wizard the same strength as a level 7 fighter?
Well, no, because they're good at different things. But it's kind of sounding to me like the Jackal's just good at everything.
Lore-wise, they're Fae and not humanoids.
Well, that doesn't change anything. Unless the DM's going to come out and say, like, well, the healing spells are for humanoids, not for Fae.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about a character's backstory. Somebody is writing up pages of backstory. And I'm just like, feed it to me. Give me the goods. I don't care. I will build the worlds off of it. Or build the campaign off of it if I must. I don't think they've made too many demanding requests.
That's good.
And there is the gods are very hands-off, except, the major miracles, whatever. Except one, the god of chaos, who is, if you look at the art, literal Nick Wilde Zootopia Fox.
God damn it.
In fancy dress, yeah.
Of course.
Big surprise there. But they love wandering around and getting up to bullshit, and those guys still looking around in the background. Oh my gosh, look at them.
Still,
They're still peeping.
Still peeping, still creeping. He's leaving me alone, so I guess let him look. Right?
Yeah. He's not hurting nobody.
He's not hurting nobody. He's just curious.
But very easy to flavor his demands to be a bet that he lost with this specific character. And it sounds like the god of chaos and trickery or whatever likes showing up and just fucking with people, so perfect.
Oh man.
I'm sure it'll pay off in some fun ways.
Well, okay, there's this thing. Okay, that's not what I'm looking
That
for.
thing.
This thing.
Did you get what relics do you have?
Nothing good. I don't know. Solar Wolf, Cube of Zoe, Spirit Orb.
You got the Jewel of Open.
Jewel of
Alright,
Open.
that was the last thing you got.
Oh, yeah.
Those blue doors. Oh,
Where are locked blue doors?
what's that?
So I'll just keep looking around. What was that? What?
Look at that gray square on top. Yeah, keep going up this hill.
Keep going up this hill.
Yeah, jump up to the right.
Oh.
Get owned. You chopped his head off. Sick.
Yay, there's one. Yay.
You found it. Good job.
Fucking got it. Only took me.
Got him.
How long? Long time.
Progress. But yeah, I'm excited to see all the
cool.
stuff he writes up for his backstory because he's tying in the dungeon and maybe he's giving an idea for what the offer was, and I might tweak it a little bit. It'll be fun.
As long as it doesn't become an anchor around your neck, because
I strongly agree. I'm gonna.
there are a lot of horror stories about that sort of thing.
Yep.
Oh, I got a library card. Is that a relic?
It's not a relic.
No, it's not.
Check out your equipment.
Library
have two of
card.
them.
Oh, I've got two of them. Enchanted library card. Okay.
It's a use item. Ooh, what does it do?
Okay, so that didn't do much for me. Just a couple items down here. But you made you remind me that I have the Jewel of Open and that I'm looking for these doors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just keep going.
That helped.
And looking for doors, I guess. No, that's a chair.
It's an Ouija
A Luigi chair.
A Luigi chair, a Luigi tea set, and a Luigi table. Yo, that guy's owning it.
Ow. You know, I'm a big proponent of the, like, your character should come out in play, and sometimes having a big backstory can be a hindrance to actually playing the game. Depends a bit on the player type, because some players can get really caught up in, well, I'm not sure what my character would do, because they've got so much backstory built up. Not to mention, like, players can get kind of upset when their idea of the character, because their backstory doesn't really match what ends up happening in the game. Like, if your backstory is your character's this huge badass, then the fact that you're starting as a level 3 character is, like, gonna suck, and it's gonna feel wrong. You know?
I agree. I am curious what this backstory will turn into. I feel like the simple of it is a decent hook for why this character would want to join it or have a delving crew and go adventuring and go check out dungeons. So as long as that is the major, like, influence that they're doing and, like, tied into the different homelands, sure, that's cool. Then that is plenty. Anything more about, like, taking up a lot of the attention of the trickster god or the other gods or something might be a little heavy-handed, but maybe it'll work. We'll see.
Yeah.
I will give suggestions. They wanted to do. They took a previous character that they had in another D&D game and wanted to move most of the ideas from that to this one. And I was like, I'm down to accommodate most of this stuff. but some stuff will not work mechanically and will require me to assume and invest a lot of time in testing out the mechanics of getting it to work for this story.
Yeah, so that's like not good.
I'm making it very like I tried to simplify it as much as possible and make it a mostly visual change / effect. Obviously, there's magic bullshit going on.
I'm so curious. I'm so curious now.
I can gladly tell you the secrets in chat because I don't think they're currently watching. But...
You should like send it to me or something. I'm curious about this like mechanical thing that you're saying like no I would have to do a bunch of playtesting.
You totally not typing up stuff.
Ah man, I gotta go all that way again. At least I know that that's the right direction. What was I gonna say? Oh, I remember. I know that there are a lot of things about the way that I run games that would, like, tons of people, probably the majority of people on, like, r/D&D would be like, no, I wouldn't play in those. I wouldn't play in her games. I would walk out. If she did that to me, I would walk out. Well, because I do shit like, in the past couple games, I've been like, well, I'm going to write the characters' backstories. Like I try to do it with input from my players, but I really like making sure that, like, making real sure that the characters are going to fit in with the scenario and the world, and the best way to do that I found is to like ask the player sort of like, well, what's the vibe you want, and then just wholesale write their backstory for them. That's what I did with the Dark Sun game.
I can see that working for specific parties. My idea for this one is if the players are writing backstories for their characters, and I'm able to take that and actually like figure out a cohesive campaign to put around it and together, and like then it feels more like a story that all of us wrote versus a story that I wrote and they're playing their roles, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I find that both of them are totally valid approaches to playing D&D. Like, I never had issue with how you helped me portray my characters. So
well, and it's like what I did with Vargatch. Because I basically had a whole...
I remember that name.
Your Lizard Man.
That's right. Yeah, there was a lot of bullshit happening there, and I was very excited to learn more bullshit because I picked all of the stupidest fucking traits I fucking possibly could.
Well, I remember at the beginning I asked you, like, alright, how weird do you want me to get with this? And...
I was just like, send it.
I was like, alright, I'll get weird, and I just won't tell you anything and you can figure it out all in game. And then, of course, it never ended up happening, but I did have a whole bunch of stuff planned out for Vargatch, finding out about where he was actually from.
Hell yeah.
I should tell you about that someday.
That'd be fun.
Since it's like, I don't think we're going to go back to those characters.
I don't think so.
That was the campaign with those characters that, oh geez, I was on my honeymoon when I was thinking about this. When I was realizing, like, between the different character backstories and, like, the things that were happening that I could tie into them and, like, keep moving forward with, I was, like, I could ditch Waterdeep and just do a campaign based on these backstories, and it would be great. Because, like, Cassie's character was... Her parents were Spelljammer pirates. And stuff about Franklin's halfling sorcerer and what's going on with the, like, dragon trying to hunt him down.
Wonderful. I still don't know where the treasure is in Waterdeep. I have not read that yet.
It's not really in an interesting place.
I figured.
It's not in a place like if I could tell you where it is and it wouldn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm. I think we were at like the second to last session where like we were just about to find it, right? And then scheduling and things.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was baby problems, like because
that is true.
Yeah, it was a situation where I was just like not able to take a night off of putting the baby to bed and like being on baby duty. So
baby
like
duty's important. Takes precedent.
Couldn't schedule playing D&D. And then Melissa moved away, and then you moved away.
And then I ran off.
And you ran away. Because you had just successfully kidnapped the what are their names? The Devil Worshippers kids.
Oh yeah, that sounds right. And then there was the whole thing where Derek's character did the whole what was it?
Roddy Dawntree.
Yeah, Roddy Dawntree, and like put the blindfold on him and like had him do a whole bunch of weird stuff. I remember that session. That was funny.
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna spin around like 50 times. Okay, now we're gonna run down the street real quick.
But so the next session was going to be y'all were gonna get brought.
Dinner party.
No, you did that. You did the like dinner party. Kidnap the kids. The Drow like assassins helped you out, and you got to play as them for a couple combats.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were able to teleport away and get out. And that when you teleported away, it was going to bring you to one of Jarlax's like Underdark strongholds. And the next step was going to be going up to what's the river called? There's like a river that you were going to have to travel up to find Cassie's like the portal to Cassie's patron's realm.
Oh yeah.
Which was also near where Melissa's character was from. Where Melissa like lost her family in a flood.
Cassie was the Celestial Warlock. Melissa was
the what are they called? The Fearbow Druid.
That's right.
Whose parents were in the Feywild. Ha 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 ha. Spoilers. Something that never got figured out. The reason she could never find her village again was because when she was washed away in the flood, she was washed into the prime material plane.
Whee! You don't break your legs. Oh. Good job.
Snap, crack. The next section you have to crawl around with your arms. So you were going to bring the kids to the Unicorn's Realm, where they would be safe from the Devil Bargain until they were 18, and therefore no longer like their parents can't make that bargain for them anymore. Oh, you can push boxes in this game. It really is a video game.
Wow.
Oh
Look
my
at
god.
That. Oh, wait. Oh.
What am I looking at?
You almost did the puzzle. Keep pushing the buttons.
Oh, block up the water. Okay, I get it.
Oh no! They're panicking. Oh no!
Oh, are they filling up with water? Oh, I missed them drying.
Oh no, they drowned.
I thought it was gonna change something down below. That's why I just walked away. But I was gonna say like because of the opportunity, like you're gonna need a ranger who really knows this part of the world well to get through this. And hey, it just so happens we have a particular famous Drow ranger right here who owes Jarlaxle a favor.
Uh-oh.
And find someone.
Books about this man.
Find like a guest player to come in and play as
Drizzt.
Drizzt.
No.
That was my exciting thing that was going to happen that obviously never did. And then after that was basically going to be... it's like while you were doing that, Jarlaxle would have gotten the last eye from Xanathar's lair. And then you would have been able to just, like, head to where the treasure is.
The Philosopher's Legacy.
Oh, there's a current under there.
Ooh.
Ooh, spooky underwater river.
Also water hurt. Poor vampire.
Water does hurt. I'm guessing mushroom is just something you eat. Oh, it's poisonous. Oh, and that one you just eat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I can punch. I've got a concept for a D&D campaign that I'm sitting on that I really want to run, but we started running, while we were doing Witchlight. You know, occasionally we couldn't play Witchlight, whether that was because Frank just wasn't feeling up to running it, or because not everybody showed up. So I started running Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, we'd like to keep playing the campaign we're already playing. Keep running Horde of the Dragon Queen, please. And I was like, okay. Not the custom setting that I made where you all are vampiric monster hunters.
What?
I made all these cool new rules for being vampires. Okay, we can keep playing Horde of the Dragon Queen, I guess.
Okay.
All this lore is based on Bloodborne and Elden Ring.
Bro, sign me up.
I wish I was better at running online games, honestly.
It can be difficult.
It's tough. Just feels so disconnected, like...
Yeah.
I'm sure it's mostly a me problem, but I know I really have trouble paying attention when I'm playing in online games.
Same.
So, yeah, I don't know.
So what'd you find down in the caves?
I found... What did I find? I found the boat, and now I'm heading up here to save before I go get on the boat.
This is a good question then.
Before I go get on Karen's boat.
If you're right next to a save room, do you want a hint from me that you're right next to a save room?
Probably. Just to avoid me doing what I just did.
A couple of minutes, a lot of minutes. I mean, we'll get to the end of the game quicker, but also, this game's really enjoyable to watch. There's so many fun things right around the corner.
Yeah, I like it. I like that, you know, I did a lot of wandering around there, but I really appreciate that the game never felt the need to, like, hey, go look in this corner. Hey, aren't you missing something? I wouldn't have hated a Metroid Dread style, like, we're marking all the blue doors on your map, but...
I just want the computer, Adam, to keep talking to me, telling me good things.
Good Adam instead of other ends, bad Adam.
Yeah, I mean...
Listen, everyone is better once they've been turned into a computer. Like, it's just realistic.
Did you finish Metroid Dread?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I was talking to...
I just like the voice and the voice effect of Adam in Metroid Dread.
I was talking to one of my friends from.
Interesting for you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you. I think
I trust this guy implicitly.
he sounds very trustworthy. And he's Karen. Karen would never do anything bad for. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, cool.
This is pretty cool. The power of the PlayStation. In Final Fantasy VI, they have a character who's named that, but they pronounce it Karen. For some reason.
Wait, in Final Fantasy VI?
Oh, sorry, Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, I suppose Final Fantasy VI, they don't pronounce anything.
I would have been very excited if I had somehow forgotten about a character named Charon in Final Fantasy VI. With the mermaid statue? What was it called?
Merman statue.
It's a relic, I think. It is a
Summons the
merman
oarsman.
Statue. Ooh.
Okay, neat, I think. What was this saying? Before we found a statue. I don't remember.
Bloodborne, Elden Ring World.
Elden Ring. Online games.
Yo, that bat had that flask on him.
Get that flask.
Dude,
Drinking
I want
the
to
bat
be
juice.
chilling I want to be chilling with the bros in a dank, dark cave, just sipping on some whatever, some Sunny D, whatever the kids drink nowadays. Jeez.
Oh, I should tell you this because it is a story about things my kid said, but I think you'll think it's funny. While I was putting Kit to bed, he told me, "You look like a boy," and I said, "Well, well, I'm not," and that's that. Maybe so, but I'm not. And he said, "You look like a boy because you're wearing black lipstick." And I said, "Do boys usually wear black lipstick?" And he was just like no further details. I said, "Have you seen boys wearing black lipstick?" And he said, "No."
Interesting.
Yeah,
fascinating.
He's pretty fascinating. Trying to figure out what's going on in that head is I think what it is he knows that I don't like it when he says that I look like a boy.
Fair.
So kids gotta do that. Well,
kids do be saying things.
Oh, it summons the oarsman, and over in that other spot I saw. Okay. I'm figuring it out. Okay, so we just gotta head back over to the elevator.
Yeah, they make you do a big old loop-de over here.
I mean, that's the name of the game, Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Oh
the fun part is, and I'm going to tell you after you do the big old loop-de, these zombies, I tell you what.
I got so excited about it, I'm just going to jump over them, and that did not work out for me, huh?
Yeah, this hallway is terribly annoying.
I keep feeling like enemies are going to drop health. And of course they just do not.
I blame The Legend of Zelda for equating hearts to health.
Yep. The first and only video game to do so.
Yep. I just realized in the background in that scene that you just walked through where Death takes your stuff.
Yeah.
You go look at it. If you've played any previous Castlevania games, that is always where Dracula is in the background. Whatever that tower thing is, you walk up like that's the stairway that's in Castlevania 1, 2, and 3.
Cool.
If they made the stairway visible, that would have been more believable. I wonder. Money, $50. Now I can buy myself a copy of Symphony of the Night.
Where'd you find a copy that cheap?
Good point.
Oh, I remember what I was saying. I was talking to my friend from work who apparently did not like Metroid Dread.
Oh, I wonder why.
Or specifically did not like the final boss. And I was like, I don't know. It was a long time ago that I played it. I don't remember there being anything like weird about like it was the final boss. It felt like a final boss. So
I wonder if he's talking about
she.
I wonder if she's talking about the bird or if they're talking about
I think
the big bird.
I think she just meant like the whole sequence. Like she didn't like that it was a bunch of like that there was a bunch of different phases. That the boss has like 4 phases or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's a final boss. What do you expect?
I'm talking about Ravenbeak then. Okay.
Yeah, the final boss. Final boss, right?
Yeah, Ravenbeak is arguably the final boss.
Arguably.
Well, there's you shoot big spooky Ravenbeak, Ravenbeak X, whatever you want to call him.
Well, yeah, but it's like all part of
the mouth for like 3 minutes or whatever.
It's part of the same sequence. I mean, that's all the boss is. You shoot him in the mouth for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What a good game. I really like
That's how you defeat me. Shoot me in the mouth with ice cream for 3 minutes.
Oh.
Big sleepy Vyrn.
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots.
Let's get a Dippin' Dots cannon.
That sounds like it would hurt. Just. I'm thinking more like soft serve ice cream. Like
soft serve ice cream. Ouch.
Oh, watch out! That sword's still cooking. You see how hot that blade is?
Roast an egg on it. Cook a steak. Cook an a la carte steak. If we're being honest. I'm guessing you're not playing Armored Core.
I am not yet. I still have to play Elden Ring. A friend bought me that game so long ago, and I haven't touched it yet.
God, you even own it.
I own it.
I mean, Vyrn, we all know that you're not gonna.
Wow.
I mean,
I've played Dark Souls 1 and 3, and I loved those games. I just know that as soon as I boot that sucker up, I've got, like, 70 hours that I am not going to be doing anything else useful or productive, because that's how I roll. And I have like I wrote a DM. I DM for oh my gosh.
You can play a video game and also DM.
Oh fuck.
I do it all the time. I actually haven't done it that much recently, but
fair.
God, it's been a long time since I ran a session.
Oh no.
I'm busy. I got board game nights I want to do, and movie nights and stuff now.
Oh yeah.
And streaming.
Okay. I haven't had VR chat movie night in forever. It's like one of the most common things to do to hang out in VR chat is, yeah, people like put together new worlds every now and then, but like there are all these really good movie worlds set up already where you're sitting in like a cool venue and then you watch like, I don't know, some old ass anime on the side of a cliff or whatever.
Well, this is pointless.
Is it now?
And it feels pointless right now.
I'm feeling like I'm so thirsty that I want to take a drink. I'm gonna sip.
Just taking a sip.
Sip it.
Well, Grip it and rip it.
Sip and rip it. This is for that thing you just found. There we go. Keep going.
Took me a little bit to remember. Took me a little bit to remember the significance of that. Nope, just the pot roast room. We found the pantry.
All right. Except it's an empty pantry, and they actually hid all the food in the walls.
You know.
God damn it, Dracula.
Like you do. Like Dracula do.
Who put you up to this?
I think I decided one of the next movies that we're going to do in the Cineplex. I really want to watch Blade. Because I haven't seen it before.
I don't know if I've seen Blade.
It's really good. I was telling Willow, my friend who doesn't like Metroid, the end of Metroid Dread, I was telling her about it, and she's like, yeah. And then she found out that I hadn't seen Blade before, and she's like, wait. You haven't seen it?
Look through the periscope.
Up.
With the telescope. Whatever.
I tried pressing triangle, and it didn't work.
You've done it.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. You've summoned the Ormsman.
The Ormsman. Alright, do I have to do anything? What does that do for me? Do I just jump down now? No, I can't go down there.
You must have walked past the elevator on the way over here. Or not the elevator. The hole in the ground.
The hole in the ground. Ow. Hole in the ground.
So you did the Julep open, you got the blue door, you pushed the
there it
switch.
is. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Oh boy.
Fun fact, most zones that you enter for the first time, if you do the game in the normal order, air quotes, there should be a save room very nearby, like usually within 1 or 2 screens.
Yeah, I believe
So
that.
you got to the bottom of the shaft and you turned left, and I was going to ask you then, but I was like, oh, I'll let you do the little adventure. Because if I would ask you then, even if you would have said no, you would have gotten the hint.
Oh, I see that there's a little
Unless you need that save point, which is not a bad idea.
I'm going to the save point, yeah.
Save early, save often.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's just like I want the hit points. But also, it has the great side effect of not losing my progress if I die. Willow and her wife are really getting on me to play Odin Sphere.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. That sounds familiar.
It was a PS2 game that was remade for the PS3. They want me to play it bad enough that they're like, we'll lend you the PS3.
Ah, yes. Published by Atlas, you know it's good. Developed by Vanilla Winner.
They say it's really good. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds great, but I've got such a long list of games that I need to play. They've got a kid, so they're probably not going to be able to, like, come on stream while I play it, so I don't know. We'll see. Sounds good, but I'll wait till a slot for a game opens in my schedule. But I tell you about my fucking PS5 problem? Did I talk about that last week?
Disc error thingy, right?
Yeah. Just doesn't read PS5 discs anymore. I might have talked about that last week. Don't remember when
You
it
didn't
happened.
bring it up. I don't know if there's any news with that story.
Just like, ugh. Want to play more Final Fantasy 16, but can't. So, I mean, I guess right now I'm playing Armored Core, which is pretty good. If you like Armored Core,
I would like Armored Core as well. I'm waiting just a little bit until I get paychecks, until the money starts rolling in again, and then I'll start being dumb and buying bullshit.
This was the first game that I tried my new budgeting thing where I was like, alright, I know that a game is coming out in a few months, so I'm going to set aside money in my budget every month until I get it. And that way it's not just a $60 purchase, it's 3 $20 purchases.
I like it. Very smart.
So we'll see if I can keep that up. I will admit, I thought that they were going to really Dark Soulsify it, and they did not.
Doesn't it have a parry button?
No. Or if it does, it's associated with something that I don't have. The shield, when you bring up a shield, like the first few seconds... Where am I going? Okay, maybe there? The first tiny bit when you bring up a shield, it like blocks extra good. So that's sort of like a parry, right?
Gotta be. Save point.
Save point.
Huzzah.
It seems like it is more, from what I've heard, it's more accessible than older Armored Core games. I saw people talking about, like, in older ones, if you use too much ammo in a mission, you could end up losing money on the mission.
Amazing.
And you do still have to pay for your ammo, but it's not nearly as bad. And you can replay missions to get higher ranks on them.
Wonderful.
Is that something you like?
I like ranks. I like
Me
posting them
too.
high scores.
Me too. I'm not planning on trying to platinum it or anything, but it definitely has a plot going on. Right, I died here last time. Burn!
Wow.
Ow. Oh, I jumped right into that arrow. I'm trying to catch it with my teeth.
Not recommended. But I'm not your doctor, so send it.
I mean, maybe Alucard could do it.
He can turn into a dog. He's got all sorts of weird superpowers.
Maybe one of them is catch an arrow with teeth.
Maybe.
Ah, fine, I'll take the dagger. I'll take the dagger.
I like the theme here. Alucard sees the top drawer open and jumps on it to go get some extra health.
Yay!
Somebody
Love it.
left whiskey in this attic?
Middle room? It's not a basement. It's not
I
quite
think
an
you're
attic.
underground. You're underground.
No. I mean, we're above where the entrance to the castle is.
Oh, never mind, you're right.
But that
What is
long
the
thing
background?
next to us is,
What is all that bullshit back there? What is this castle?
well,
I mean, it's
it's
castle.
Castlevania. It's Castle fucking Vania.
It's the veiny fucking castle.
It's the veiny ass castle of Dracula.
Wow. Alright.
Don't tell me what to do.
I thought you wanted the save point. Oh my god. So you landed here, and I was just like, oh, going to the right? Oh.
No, of course not. Why would I go right when I could go left? Why would I go toward a save point if I could go away from the save point?
And die and waste 40 minutes. Hell yeah.
Woo! Content!
Content. That's what we're here for, is just for the content.
Just for the content. I've already become jaded.
The money keeps rolling in, but your eyes just glaze over.
The money keeps rolling in.
Oh,
Oh,
a girl
I
can
hear
dream.
a boss.
Oh no.
Oh, Cilia. Silly worm. I've got daggers, not axes. Ugh, what a nightmare.
Oh, what a terrible time to have a knife. Usually when I have a knife, I'm feeling alright. That's a joke. I'd rather have, like, a sandwich, a
Easy
burger.
game. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Watch out,
Uh-oh.
Alucard. There's water there.
No, I'm dying.
No.
No. Oh god, the whole room's filling up. Oh no. No. No.
Oh, it's closed.
Oh, it's
no.
closed! Hmm.
It does that right when you walk in.
Well,
At least you saved.
good thing it's an easy boss.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not technically even a boss, huh? Maybe it's just just an enemy.
Could be. Maybe.
Tomorrow I have my evaluation for voice training.
Ooh.
So I'm very excited about that.
Hell yeah. What you thinking of? You thinking like a Rob Lowe? You thinking like a Gilbert Gottfried? What's the
Yeah,
plan?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton.
I mean, out of those three, yes, I will pick Dolly Parton, please. If those are the three options on the menu. I don't know if that's how it works, though.
I don't know if that's how it works. I assume you do like pick like a target voice and then try to go for that, right?
They
like,
do.
I assume you have a goal. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I think I talked a little bit about that. I picked someone who I was convinced was cis, and it turns out no, she's trans.
Whoops. Yeah, you did mention that.
Like I should have figured that like, oh, we share all these like cultural media touchstones. Yeah, probably not a cis woman, huh? She likes
Keeps
all the
happening.
same video games that I liked growing up.
It's like the
Ooh.
Netflix content. It's like the Netflix content recommender. Or like, oh, what was it? I think there was a important court case against Target at some point. The daughter was using her mom's credit card, like Target card or whatever, to go shopping, and she, like the daughter and the mom both didn't know, but the mom, like she'd gone shopping with her multiple times, and the mom received a letter in the mail, like congratulating her on her new baby that she was gonna have, based on the shopping habits of the daughter. So they both learned.
Oh my
Some
god.
strong, interesting machine learning, whatever you want to call it.
Castlevania pot roast. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. This is an old news article too, but like, I wonder if there's like a, if you like these, you might like these. Also, if you like these, congratulations.
Congratulations! Hey!
You have a kid, or congratulations. Go back to fortune.
Okay, I can be down here.
This is a good, that's an important one to learn that you can be down there, because
Yeah.
this fight is way harder if you're just standing on that pillar and you don't have a long weapon.
Oh, I liked her. That's a good boss. Good boss design.
Scylla's great.
Scylla's great.
What does
That's
she
really
got?
Crystal Cloak.
Oh, hell yeah.
Does that turn me into mist? Assume it's a relic. I'm wrong.
It's equipment.
It's equipment
Let's
this
go.
time.
Back item, let's, oh, you got a hat too.
Back. Enchanted
Yo,
semi-invisible
that
cape.
Constitution.
I do have a hat.
And you get 4 more defense. Oh, 2 defense on the leather hat. Oh, dude.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Hype, hype, hype. Not that I ever use a shield, but maybe someday I will. And then I'll feel so smart for having it equipped and not
Yo,
a useful item.
yo, look at your cloak though. Nice.
It's making me do that.
see-through, and it gives you a little bit more after image. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Does it do anything? But what's it do?
I think it just looks cool.
It doesn't unlock
I think.
new
Pot roast.
Is it new movement tech for me to find new areas?
I think it's just equipment.
I guess it's just going this way, huh? Scimitar.
Scimitar.
Are you better? Yes. The Sword of Ancient Rome. Is it? No,
I
that's
can't
the
tell if
Gladius.
that's my dryer making that noise or the laundromat directly behind my computer. Like my bedroom wall's right next to the laundromat, and normally I'm pretty sure there's an actual firewall between my apartment and the laundromat, which is good because it's a laundromat. But I never hear that dryer, and I'm hearing it, which is interesting. Curious.
Do I have to go all the way back up? Oh, I mean, I guess I can climb. Yeah, I can climb. I can climb.
So you
up.
got the merman statue. There
Yeah.
should be another spot you can turn up coming up.
Okay. Summon the oarsman. I want those cards actually. Summon the oarsman. Well, I better save.
Oh. Yeah,
Save
definitely
early, save often.
I'm looking this up. I already forgot what happens next here.
It's all a blur.
It really is.
There's a little thing that I could go down in over this way. Just a normal toad. You know, just your normal, average, everyday toads. Oh yeah, except it's full of water that will kill me. No, the thing that I'm looking for is further this way. Okay. I'm glad that I can go in water a little bit. Alucard can't go swimming, but he can go wading. And you know, that's something. I'll take it.
You take those.
This thing. I assume I will get the power to go through wood. You know, famous vampire power, pass through wood.
Very important power.
Gotta lean
I
forward.
think
Get
you
close.
have the unlock for that yet.
Okay, I think I do need to go up then.
You can't go up over here, right?
Yeah, I can. I think.
Ow.
Oh, the skeleton archers.
I'm excited to read the second portion of that little module and be prepared for the next session.
When it tells you what to do with that journal that you found.
I hope it has some more info. It
Turns out
sounds
it's super
very
important.
strongly like it's not anything at all, and it sounds like it was a weird item that a Kickstarter subscriber
Oh, yeah, I
put in.
suppose it could be something like that. Like a trinket.
Yeah, there's a... So all the Delvers usually have a wagon, and then the wagons will join up in a big caravan, and the biggest caravan is like a moving city,
Sure.
and moving city has a bunch of shops that are described in the book. One of the shop, and like all the shops have like a small blurb, like, oh, this is like a little game shop run by a shy jackal, and like this is a random like potion shop or whatever. Like they have a bunch of random shops and stuff. One of the shops, depending on what major like country or homeland the moving caravan is in, has completely different like food and local food items. But it takes 7 pages just for this shop, and it has like 20 items depending on each country and homeland. And then each item that's listed in the shop also has a description, and a lot of the descriptions will like describe how the shopkeepers interact or react if you were to bring them up or point them out like in character at all. So like, oh, if you bring up like the ginger, like a specific like chocolate or something in one of the places, like, oh, one of the shopkeepers get really excited and we'll give you a chocolate chip cookie recipe, like stuff like that. 7 pages.
Doesn't seem like the most useful stuff.
For like just random food items.
Like, I think that random food items can be useful because it can be, you know, it sets the scene and stuff, but that's seems like a lot. Well, okay.
It is. I definitely think it was somebody's like Kickstarter, like they got to make a shop and they decided to go ham with it. Get it? Ha 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 ha.
Ham. Ha. All right.
Ham, huh?
So give me a hint.
So the hint, I believe. It's a clock.
Am I in the right area?
How are you supposed to get this hint? How do you know what to do with? Is this not the correct way you're supposed to go?
Oops.
I thought there was another entrance to this area that's like the more natural way.
At least we got the chill jazz. That's just a pentagram, so that's nothing. That's not a key or anything. Okay, yeah, I can't. I can't get over there.
Yeah, because you're supposed to have.
Is there an item I'm missing? I guess maybe there's another blue door somewhere that I didn't do.
You don't get the fairy card yet, so you don't know that that's an option yet. So you're supposed to. But if you get the fairy card, it hints you to do that entrance. So I've just looked up 4 guides, and they all say like, "Oh, if you go here, it's easy," and like none of them are the actual way. I'm pretty sure if you go back to the map. On the left, like middle of the screen, is the like stairway up. I believe when you get the door open, you can go up there. I could be wrong.
Well, let's try that out. I just want like a general idea of like what zone should I go to.
Yeah, so there's the room, like the clock room.
Yeah, but I can't get through there yet.
There's a thing you can do in there, but I don't know how you're supposed to figure out that you can do the thing in there. So I don't know how that's explained in game. And I think that's just like a a backwards shortcut into the zone that you're trying to get in anyway. So
Okay, well. But what, I mean, the thing that I'm trying to do is use the Horseman statue. Yes.
Yeah, you don't know about that until you get something that reveals that stuff.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Just not something I can actually use yet. Okay, so going to that telescope was the wrong thing to do.
It shows you after you get the merman statue that the oarsman is there. So
Well, it showed me before I got the Merman statue that the oarsman was there too.
oh, never mind.
That's why I thought, I was like, oh, I need to go to the place where I saw him. Oh, but no. No, that would be too simple.
There's another section of the catacombs that you can't see or get to without knowing it's there or guessing.
Guess we'll
There's
just
an
wander
item
around.
that will reveal that
Castlevania.
too. Yeah.
I think Alucard would know this place a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I mean, I guess Dracula could have totally swapped it up since his kid moved out. I don't know how many thousands of years ago. Also, is Alucard the only one?
Probably. So now there's one up and left. I feel like I'm over leveled at this point.
For these areas,
so
sure.
much. Like, obviously I can still get killed. That skeleton actually killed me not too long ago. Pick up the dagger without even noticing it because I've got a delay on my sound effects.
Oh gosh.
It's because I'm listening to the sound effects through OBS, basically. When I was originally setting this up, I was like, well, I could have like one ear coming from the TV and then the other ear coming from the computer, and that way I could listen to Tyler. So like, left ear video game, right ear Vyrn.
Hell yeah.
But that seems a little awkward. Plus, if the game is in stereo,
Stereo.
then that would be no good.
I have no idea if this game is in stereo.
Me neither. I don't even know if stereo would get preserved through OBS. Okay, so this way. Blue door!
Hey. So I think this is how you're supposed to go through. Almost all the guides tell you to take a shortcut that you have one of two paths that you have no way of knowing how to get through.
Stupid.
One of them, maybe if you experimented. The other one you have to do some
we meet
guessing.
again, Alucard.
It seems so.
As friendly as ever, I see.
It seems so.
It's strange.
It seems
This
so.
castle is different than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos. It may take many incarnations.
So I can't trust
Just
my
like my
memories,
butt.
huh?
It's a
Oh
creature?
well, I'll do my best. Good luck.
See ya.
Oh yeah, Maria. Tell him. Shoutouts to the Dreamcast version of Symphony of the Night, allowing you to play as Maria.
Ah, hey. That's cool. I wonder if they've got
The
that
Dream. I think it is in the new version as well, or the mobile one, or whatever.
I've got
Left? Yeah.
the collection on my PS5. I remembered after I started playing this, like, oh yeah, I actually have Symphony of the Night on PS5. That also comes with
yeah.
Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, Bondo of Blood.
Bondo of Rose.
Bondo of Blood. One of my favorite rooms is in here, I think.
This is pretty. Look at that pretty background.
I know. One of my favorite rooms is coming up. I think it's here.
These fuckers. I hated you in the original Castlevania.
Mm-hmm. I have good news. You're gonna hate them still.
Corner
Yeah, this guy's
guard.
guarding corners.
God, even worse, they're like facing tilted downward down the stairs now. Awful. Oh God.
Oh, here he comes. Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
What have you done?
Fucker.
It keeps happening.
You warned me
I
about
told you
stairs.
about stairs, bro. I
A
told you.
magic missile.
Magic missile.
You can't keep that corner safe forever. And just time it. And you just time it. You just time it just right. There we go. First try.
First fucking try. Let's go. More corner guards. Oh man, the art on the walls? Jeez.
Really good.
Yo, is that Saturn eating his son?
This one?
Oh no, it's just a
It's
dude
just
and
just
another
a
dude.
dude. They're just all dudes and dudes.
Oh god, Spike. Oh.
Yeah, I got over that one real easy. Because it was round shaped and not football shaped.
Nice.
Ugh. Didn't have those chaotic bounces.
Ooh, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right. Yeah. Yeah, go to the right.
Ooh.
This is the room I'm thinking of.
Well,
You can pop up on the map. Maybe I can see if the room I'm thinking of is around here. Maybe?
God, okay, well the save point's at the bottom of the stairs, so I guess I'll go touch this sword. That's definitely not... Whoa!
Whoa. The sword's made of swords.
It's like, it's just like Sword Art Online.
It is exactly like that anime.
Just like Alicization Sword Golem. Dracula has turned a bunch of people into swords and then used those swords to make a robot. The end.
Yeah, your audio is super off right now, I just noticed.
Yeah, it's been pretty off the whole time. I think it's I'm not sure. It might be on for this, like, it might be in sync for the stream. Because we're getting a different audio source than Twitch is.
Fair.
We're technically getting the audio like through the video stream or something. I don't really understand it all.
You...
Oh. Time
Oh, this room. This is the room.
confessional.
This is the room.
So I go over here, and I sit down in the confessional booth, and I talk to Dracula's dead wife.
It's the only room that this song plays.
Okay, it's just that. Interesting. Huh, interesting. Alucard taking confessionals.
Did you sit in the other chair as well?
Can you sit in the other chair? Yep, and then Alucard can give confessional. What does it mean? What does it mean? That's cool. That's pretty
Leave the room
cool.
and come back?
Oh, and come back. And do it again.
No.
Oh, that's a different one. Oh, whoa. Ouch! Ouchies.
when I played through it, and I sat on both sides, I got both of the good ones, and it dropped a like rare food drop for me.
Oh. Well,
I don't know if you have to do it in a specific order, if you have to get lucky. I don't know.
so this is the good
Or you have to
one.
like wait so long. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't sit there long enough with her because I didn't wait for her to disappear on her own. I just got up and she left and then she disappeared when I got up. So I guess we could just sit here, listen to the gonging of the bongs for a while. The dinging of the dongs.
Da-ding-a-da-ding-a-da-dong. And the cool like sitting pose he's in, like, ugh, it is so good. These games.
The sprite art really is something in this game.
Pretty sure that's just loops.
Yeah, that's
Like
kind of the
for
vibe that I
animation.
was getting. Now give me food. Vyrn promised me a rare food drop. No.
Leave and come back?
Okay.
I don't know what triggers it.
Well, you must have just gotten really lucky when you did it.
Maybe.
Look it up in a guide, man.
It's just like a rare food drop. It doesn't like give you a ton of health or anything.
Nothing too special. Well, that's good. I don't need to feel too much FOMO about it.
You got the important part, which is
Oh
like
my
the
God.
cool music, the cool animations. Ugh. Sometimes the animation and the music is the reward itself.
It's true. Getting to see Alucard sitting like that. What is going on out there? Those clouds are moving
The
real
clouds
fast.
are cooking, and I assume that's related to Castlevania
The whole
being a thing.
Dracula situation.
The whole Drac sitch, you know?
The whole Drac sitch, it's just not good for the, it's just not good for the
Yeah.
weather.
Not good for the countryside, eh? My crops are dying. I can watch it happen. It's pretty messed up, eh?
My crops are fucking dying in real time here, eh?
I can see them drift away in the wind, eh? So you see that little gold statue, dude?
Yeah.
You gotta be on the other side of the statue to poke that sucker.
Eh. Okay. Probably good for you to stop me from trying to solve a puzzle that isn't a puzzle.
Yeah. Oh, look at that little friendo. I don't know how you stabbed him through the
fucking wall.
I guess this tower thingy is just
Yeah,
open.
how are they coming through the wall?
I gotta give the man behind this camera props, having that sucker on such a tight gimbal, keeping Alucard dead center.
The idea that it's a documentary. Alucard agreed to let a camera crew follow him around. Oh my god.
I also hate that Black Crow, and have experienced at least as much pain and torment from that same damn Black Crow.
Where is it? Die, fiend!
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
Mankind ill needs a bird such as you. Oh no, there's another one!
The demons, they come in twos.
God, the last save point was so long ago. Healing items. Tell me
Did
that,
just get a couple of
tell me that roast.
Give me
Tell
that
me
roast.
Just
Just
toss it on the fucking
tip it.
ground.
Just tip your head back. open your jaw like a snake and then let it slide off the plate down your gullet.
Oh, man. Bird. God, the axe
Oh, you didn't get to that
so
time.
little damage
But
to
one
it.
did.
I just want to kill him. Die! No! Oh my god.
I mentioned that I hated those crows, right? I think we covered it.
Here we go.
You gonna neutron bomb them or what?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh, you're gonna save that for that Cthulhu-looking mother? No, crows. God dang crow. Whoa. Where'd the anime girl come from? What the heck?
I saw like a after image of a transparent anime girl. Blue Raven.
What? Blue Raven?
Well, those are spikes.
Oh, this is one of those hallways. Okay.
Well, yeah, one of those hallways. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's parents' house has one of these hallways that have spikes all over the floor and ceiling. That's a cool enemy.
It's where the dad keeps the keys to the Camaro.
She doesn't have a name. She doesn't have a
And
name.
Mom keeps her crystal ball collection.
How will I know what to call her? That's
Ask
cool.
her.
That rings the bell.
Yep.
Don't know if having the bells attached to each other like that is usually how you want to do it, but I mean, Dracula has his foibles, I suppose.
He's very eccentric.
Thinks he knows what's best about bells.
The man probably invented bells. Who knows? You're running low on health there. Careful.
I sure am.
You are coming up on a save point.
Is it immediately to the right?
It is not immediately to the right. You should
Then
absolutely hit.
I will eat some shiitake mushrooms. I have to actually equip them and then take them out of my pocket. I put them in my pocket and then take them out of my pocket and throw them on the floor. It would be the funniest thing if, like, during the fight with Dracula, like, Dracula also throws, like, a pot roast on the floor and then walks into it to eat it. Like, oh, that's where Alucard got it.
That would be wonderful.
That's why Alucard eats like that.
Wonderful. You've swapped weapons?
Have I?
Yeah. Well, you swapped sub-weapons, sorry.
Oh.
You lost your axe.
That's fine. I got salt now, whatever. It's not like I'm using them that much. Okay, that's like a hallway, so it's not immediately a save room, so I'm not just skipping right past the save room.
Stuff at the top of the bell towers.
Zircon! Ooh. That'd be a good Zircon.
Ow, that hurt. The heck? Ow, that hurt. The heck?
I'll give you the
Ow! You're hurting me.
I'll give you the bone halberd if you know what I mean.
Too long ago, yeah, we would. Alright, it's time.
Is this a boss? This is a boss. This is a boss, huh? You gotta actually equip it.
Yep.
Throw it on. Eat it. Get my shield that I don't use back. Perfect. Bird! Hippogriff.
Hippogriff.
I bet salt won't do shit against a hippogriff, right? Nope.
Oh.
Heard it here first, folks.
Salt will mess a hippogriff up.
Technically, they're kind of like snail or mollusk.
That makes sense. You're dehydrating them at a speed.
It laid some eggs, and boy, howdy, I do not trust that.
Fair. Maybe they have very soft talons.
Ah, the shield does nothing. I'm dying. Don't trust those eggs. Turns out that you can eat the eggs and heal or something. Well, I've got another healing item in here, right?
You got a potion.
You got a potion.
Now's the time. Chug a lug.
If I learned anything from Quest 64, it's that don't save items. Ouch. Ouch. Maybe be better at avoiding attacks would, you know, be smarter for me?
Maybe.
Maybe. But you gotta actually equip it. You can't just hover over it. Some games you can just hover over it.
But what does it do?
I don't know. Teleports me to the library. I don't know why I thought that would be helpful.
Library card. Hey, got you out of a death.
I kind of thought it was gonna summon something. I kind of thought it was gonna summon, like, the librarian to come fuck a shit up for me.
You just appear right outside of his room. You're covered in just fucking clawed bite marks. What the? What the fuck happened to you?
I'm interested in
Still
this.
some gems, I guess.
I'm interested in this.
I'm interested in
What
this.
do you got? Oh boy. Oh.
I agree. I gotta like wake up real early and go into work tomorrow.
Oh man, gotta go into work.
Yep.
That's terrible. So bye.
And then even worse, I'm getting my first paycheck, aka my physical paycheck
I'm
tomorrow.
interested in this.
I'm gonna pick it up, but we're doing a little cute get-together with
interested
the
in
team
this.
because it's the last Thursday we're going into the office. We're switching from every other Thursday to every Tuesday. So we're having a goodbye Thursdays, like go and I don't know, hang out somewhere and drink. That means I have to be like normal for an extra 2 hours. Sounds like the
Oh
worst.
no. Being normal. Incredibly difficult. You have my sympathies.
Thank you. That team's not bad. I enjoy them. They're good peeps.
You say it saved me from a death, and now I'm gonna go out here and immediately get killed by the first fucking enemy I see.
Oh,
by a
that's a good
fucking
point.
book.
Yeah. At least you're one-shotting them.
Just instantly murked by a book.
It's gonna spew a F word at you and you're just gonna explode.
Scrungus.
Dude, check out this word, sploingle.
Oh, they're. Okay, I guess they only do 1 damage to me.
These aren't even good words.
Scrungus, I've heard that one 100 times. That's what Dracula used to say when he hit me with the switch.
Too bad a library's got like thousands of books and you're getting hit for one each time, but there's like 400 more books by the time you get out of here. Not to mention these guys.
Dictabolism. Ouch. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you're cursed
cursed.
now.
Oh, I'm cursed. Come on, let me stop being cursed, please. Please? Please let me use my weapon.
Please let me use my weapon.
Please. I have to use it on Duron. And his friend Duron. And their brother Duron.
What a classic triple threat.
The legendary triplets
Ds.
Duron. The triple Ds. You've heard of double D's, well, I'll do you one better.
Probably down to that save point.
Or up.
Or up to the
Or
warp
up
to a
to
save
the warp
point.
to the save point. Yeah. That elevator seems dangerous.
You know, Count Dracula actually invented elevators in the 1600s. Don't quite have the modern comfort and convenience that we do nowadays, but hey, they work.
I mean, they were mostly for transporting, like, skeletons and stuff, so...
And, like, high-powered vampires who didn't mind the exhilarating ride. And the lack of safety features.
They just get totally creamed at the top and just regenerate. Oh, I can cast my spell.
God.
Dark Metamorphosis. Dark
You're
Metamorphosis.
healing. There's the save point.
There's
It's
the
right
save
there.
point.
You're walking by it.
But I want to go drink more
helping.
blood. Vyrn,
You can drink more blood, more.
I can heal. I can heal by drinking blood. I don't need the save point.
But think about this: you don't have to talk to an enemy or like give it the friendly hello with a knife to heal. You can just talk to this D20/coffin. It's fine.
So-
Get in the coffin.
I have to climb all the way back up there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, does this game ever get fast travel?
Yes, there is indeed a warp. I think you used the warp last time.
Well, I mean, like, there's one warp, but, like, is there just, like, a better generic fast travel? Like, is there a spell that'll teleport me to a save point or something?
So there's the library card, which brings you to the library. There
Yeah.
are those teleport rooms. There's multiple in the castle, so you can warp between those spots.
Yeah.
There are some, so like the wolf, when you're the wolf and you run, you move really fast, but you have to have like,
But it sucks.
you have to have the map memorized.
If you get touched, you stop being a wolf, so...
Yeah, there is another form of movement option which you need to
Missed.
get 2 more unlocks for.
Missed bat. Missed bat.
Yeah, the bat has a wing attack that is like a spell and is very annoying to
Oh
cast
boy.
multiple times. That one you can get cooking with though.
Get the tech. The bat tech. Batwing tech.
Yep. I was watching
No, I actually
Dude.
think I do want a dagger and not salt.
one of my YouTubers, streamers that I watch, plays Symphony of the Night speedruns, and he's been hosting a tournament. And a cool thing with the randomizers for that tournament is they've been like messing around with different ideas for starting equipment. And one of the things, or one of them that is a popular one right now is called Nimble. It's where you have all of the movement tech already unlocked, so you just have to go find. So like you have.
You have to go get the keys.
Yeah, you just need to go find like the specific other items that unlock the different areas, and then the final fight and stuff. And so like you have to know how to use all the movement tech in like every section of the castle.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine my speedrunners would like that one.
Oh yeah, and when you watch somebody who's real good, they just cook, dude. They're cooking. Alucard has shown up and he is sick of this shit. It's great.
I bet.
But that was a fun little tournament. I think they had like 11 or 12 people streaming, doing that race, and it's still a video game. People, there's somebody that was in first place and then choked and died.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh no. Usual speed run.
Shit happens.
Uh-huh.
That's marathon luck for you, baby.
Yeah, baby. So I gotta finish my playthrough. I haven't done that yet. I've been playing the Guild Wars 2 expansion that came out recently. Oh,
Have you not even beat Symphony of the Night yet?
I've beaten it before, multiple
Okay.
times.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I think I've streamed on Twitch a total of 3 times, and 2 of them were Symphony of the Night runs.
I didn't know that you were so into this game.
I love this game. I love Metroidvanias. I don't know if you know me. little bit.
A little bit. I mean, I knew that you like good games.
Mm-hmm. I just haven't put like hundreds of hours into this thing.
Yeah. Good.
One of my favorite streamers just started up Outer Wilds the other day, and I've been just
What a good
jonesing
game.
off of that.
What a fucking
one of your
good
favorites-
game.
What a good game. One of your favorite streamers, one of your friends picking up Outer Wilds is just like, oh, finally, I can
Yes.
live just barely
Yes.
vicariously through my friends once again.
Well, that's absolutely one of those games that's like, yes, please, I need to see it through your eyes.
Stream it, please. Please, Discord and stream your screen. I need this. During the very start of the pandemic. Oh no, that was during the pandemic that came out, right?
Otherwise?
I forget.
I definitely... No,
Late
it
2019?
came out just before the pandemic because when I played it was when Kit got really sick and couldn't so he had just gotten okay with like sleeping on his own in the crib, not on a parent. And then he got really sick and couldn't do that anymore. He had to be vertical to sleep because he was so like stuffed up. So there were several nights when I spent all night wearing him in the baby wearer and like, well, what am I gonna do? So I sat at my computer and played Outer Wilds.
Wonderful.
Gaming experience like no other.
It really is. When you're sleepy and bleary.
Yep. Middle of the night. Sleeping baby on your chest. Can't... Like, don't get too excited about the game or you might wake up the baby.
Yeah. We had the Discord I was in. We had a Telegram chat specifically for people who had beaten it.
Ha!
And
Yeah.
so, like, we would add people one at a time and then just freak out about, like, I cannot believe that you did this thing. Obviously, there's the one person in our group that played the game very, very early on and just walked right into the Ash Twin project on accident. That was the first thing they did. They got on the goddamn ship and went straight and accidentally walked right into it.
Like, man, how does that even happen? I still don't really understand how you get in there. I did it, and I still don't really understand.
Alright, who's in this chat? Alright, whoever's hearing this, go play the game instead of listening. Talking to you, Beefy. I know you, I forget if you played it or not. But, so, the 5 towers on the Ash Twin project all point to different, the different planets under different spots.
Yeah.
To warp materials and stuff back and forth, and people to get the Ash Twin project set up. And the warp for the Hourglass Twins is, like, the assumption is it's pointed towards the middle of each planet, like their center of mass.
Yeah.
So when their center of mass is directly overhead, it links up the two places so you can warp between them quickly. So while the whole solar system and stuff is rotating and the planet is rotating, or I should say the Ash Twin is rotating, it eventually points each one if you're standing on it, and it happens.
Yeah.
And that's like how you're supposed to get to the sun station. There's a stupid thing you have to do to get it.
Yeah, but you,
But for the Hourglass Twins, to warp, the only warp for those two, there's not one on the Ember Twin, or at least not from there. There's one that is for the Ash Twin. There's like the 2 towers, right? And the Ember Tower one is broken, or it just leads. I think it's just broken. And then the Ash Twin one, like, it's open to the sky, but every time you try to like stand in it, the sand thingy picks you up first. So you know, you don't quite know
because it's
supposed to be the center of mass. So you have to wait with something above you, like you have to stand under a ledge so that the sand tornado doesn't pick you up and throw you to Amber Twin.
But
If you
isn't
time it right, and your feet are on the pad when the center of mass of the Hourglass Twins is above you, which is the spot between both the Ember and the Ash Twin, then you'll warp into the Ash Twin project.
But isn't it inside the planet that you're warping from?
Correct.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, like, I understood that it was inside there. And I just couldn't wrap my head around why doing it that way let you warp into the middle of the planet. I guess.
It was just like the way they set it up was they wanted to have it be the center, like the center for each of them, or like the center of each planet is how you warp to that planet.
That's it. Okay,
Like,
so it's like
the side or whatever.
that's how it works, but it didn't necessarily need to work like that.
It didn't need to work like that.
Okay,
but
I always thought it was you warp when it points to the other warp pad, basically.
no, it's just to their center of mass, and so this was a problem, like a design problem that they knew about when they made the game. Like, they wanted the ability to get into the Ashman project to be just a knowledge restriction. So once you figured out how to do it, it wasn't too difficult to actually do it. But making it too easy to guess would be a problem for a lot of people because you would just get like half of the story spoiled for you immediately.
Yeah.
So, like, this is one of the major FAQ questions that they got early on, or like one of the major complaints for the game was, why is the Ash Twin project so obscure / easy to accidentally do, but not easy to figure out? And they're like,
What is it you want?
we tried for a very long time to figure out.
You're right. Do you know the name Crichta Belmont?
Of the Belmont clan?
Oh, and we get to see
Of
her
course.
thoughts for a second. Okay.
He disappeared about a year ago.
Yeah, I know him
I'm
from
sure
Castlevania 3.
Castlevania
See him. Please let me know.
As you wish, my lady.
Thank you. So you
Oh,
do
that's
know
the kind
how
of
to
guy
be agent.
Alucard is, huh? I'm a lady type.
Also, look at that art in the background.
That's pretty
Hell
good.
Yes. So good. I do like that Alucard's just like, oh yeah, I know Richter. Yeah, Richter rules.
Yeah, Richter
we
from,
like total homies together.
from NES days.
Castlevania 3, which only took place 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah, something like that.
Allegedly?
Is there a save point nearby? Where's the closest save point?
The closest save point is 3 rooms to your right.
Good. That's kind of what I figured, but I wanted to check.
So yeah, they knew it was a design problem, but they could not find a better solution than what they currently had, so that stuck.
Yeah, that seems probably like the best way to do it. I certainly don't have a better idea.
Yeah, knowing Outer Wilds, they definitely thought about the design for it a lot because everything else in that game is so good. Ugh.
I wouldn't even say that is bad. It just, it's a knowledge check, and there's a place that tells you to do it like that, and I was just kind of like, oh, that's interesting.
It hints at you, but then you have to figure out like the physics of the sand thingy, the sand funnel or whatever, by trial and error.
I think I was kind of thinking that it's like at a certain point, the place that one is supposed to teleport you to, like, gets blocked, and you kind of get slingshotted back. I don't know.
That makes sense. I can see that.
All right. Well, that's 2 hours and 5 minutes, so I think that's gonna do it for my weekly dose of Castlevania.
Wonderful. Same great place, same great time.
Great place.
Next Monday.
Hopefully next Monday.
On the 4th.
On the 4th. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what's going on. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Keep me posted. And we'll keep you guys posted.
Trisha's going to Texas to see Ghost. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like the VHS movie from the 90s?
Yeah. There's only one. anymore. They won't ship it. But Hannah got a copy of it, so she's going down there for it. No, the band.
Wonderful.
The band
Oh,
Ghost.
fair. Hell yeah.
They're playing in Texas, and also Hannah lives in Texas. So Trisha's going down there to visit her friend and see her favorite band.
Hell yeah, sounds fun. Tell her if she swings through Denver to come hang out.
I don't think that the plane has a stopover in Denver, if I had to guess.
Aw, that's fair. It's also like very difficult to get into the airport without a ticket, so.
Yeah, that's true. She would probably have to leave the airport. It'd have to be a long stopover.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Ooh, it's a good idea.
Good night, Vern. Thanks
Good night.
Thanks for spending another evening chatting with me.
It's been fun. It's gonna only get better. You're gonna get some sick items and sick weapons. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Learn how to turn into mist. Ooh.
Ooh.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.